good idea?
Oh, I think it's a fabulous idea.
Planning next steps in learning using assessment as a starting point.
I have an idea too.
Experienced practitioner Jess on what's important to note from an extended observation. And considering video technology to monitor progress. 3 different parts of the assessment cycle. After each, we review what's successful for the practitioners. Dr. Romeo is engrossed in his afternoon session at nursery and has been in role for 20 minutes. Karen, Romeo's key person, has been observing progress. We're going to follow as Karen uses what she's seen to support Romeo's next steps in learning.
Okay, Dr. Romeo, I think you've got another patient. Okay, what can you hear, Romeo? Okay, is it going boom, 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 boom?
Yeah.
Yeah. Does it sound healthy?
Yeah.
Sounds okay?
It's going down a little bit. I know what it is, like tum-ta-tum-ta-toe.
It does. Boom, 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 boom. Ooh,
Baka, baka, baka.
is that what it's doing?
No, it says baka-bunga-bee.
Oh, right, okay. So what can you give her for tummy ache? What medicine are you going to give her? Is there anything else you can use?
No. Put her to bed.
Put her to bed. Right, okay.
I notice you've been in the role play. What's that about?
It was about fire and the baby's being sick. So,
And I notice you've got your bag there. What's that for? Could you tell me something about that?
that's to keep my things safe. So I can make people better.
That is wonderful. And how have you been making people better than Romeo in the role play?
I give Sarah some of my tools, and I will be writing letters of the paper.
Writing letters? Do you like writing letters on the paper?
Yeah.
Yeah? And what sort of letters have you been writing?
I have been writing some letters. I'm writing 5 letters. I was writing doctor letters so they can put the babies to bed. And look what I have got. One of these things make them better.
Which one would you like to use, do you think, if it was a baby? Which one would make it better?
This one and this one, this one, this one.
Right. Well, I wondered, because you've been playing in the role play and you've enjoyed it so much, if there's something that you and I could do. Could we make something for the baby clinic, or could we make something for your letter writing? Have you got any ideas that we could do? What would you like?
Make some, write something for the baby and write something for my letters.
Would you like to write something for the baby?
Yes, and the letters.
Right. And what sort of things could we use to write then for the baby? What would you like to get out? What resources could we use?
Pencils, paper.
Good idea. Yeah, just a moment. I can't write that fast.
And you can use a sponge to wipe it off and draw again.
Oh, right. Is that special paper then you can do that with?
Yeah.
You could make something for the baby clinic on the computer. What do you think?
Yes. But I don't know how to get the sponge to work on the computer.
Well, what we could do, if you wanted, we could either write some letters for the baby clinic, and then you could print out some pictures maybe, or some words from the computer. And I've got a special machine called a laminator. And what we can do, if you print something out on the computer, you decide what you want to draw, and you can put your piece of paper through what you've written into the laminator, and it comes out like magic, so you can wipe it with a sponge.
And oh, yes.
What do you think?
Yes,
Would you like to do that?
Yes, that's a good idea.
Ah.
I have an idea too.
Go on then, what's your idea?
Maybe we could do something with a flower on the window.
A flower on the window, and we could laminate it for the window.
Yeah.
Hey, I like that idea. When we record a focus, we actually use a task wheel, and we start with a very basic question, is what do you enjoy doing? And that could be something the child could tell you what they enjoy doing. You've observed what they enjoy doing. It could be, that is really your starting point. And then the next question would be, what would you like to do within this, this particular activity? What would you like to do with that? Would you like to make something? Would you like to draw something?
This is the letter called C. Stop taking pictures.
All the resources in the nursery are open to them, and we bring resources from home. It's wherever, whatever. There is no limit, and we just go completely with the child.
Oliver decides to play in the sand and later makes a choice to move to the maths focus activity. His key person, Jess, spends time watching him across the activities for an extended written observation.
Did you have it first, Oliver? What colour? Just be careful, because I think Reese is trying to make a sandcastle. I think Reese is trying to build, Oliver. Do you want to build over here? You play over there, look.
I'm building the castle.
Play over there. Do you want to dig here, look? And then let Reese dig there.
No, I'm trying to.
You do yours here, Leah. Leah, come behind. Behind the tree.
What was that one?
Is that his bed? There he is. Is he woke up?
It's not. Now I need to make a castle. Make a castle. Don't scrape my finger. Don't scrape my finger. Do mine. On that one.
What's today? What's this one? Can you find one the same? Can you find one with fishes on? Which one's got fish? Good boy. You put it on top then. You put it on top. Good boy. Well done. That one goes there. Does it look the same? No. Turn it round. Does it look the same now? Can you find one with a horse on? Which one's a horse? Which one's the same? Clever boy. You put it on top then. Well done. How many horses?
One.
How many horses? And put it on.
Oh, right.
It is. It's the same.
Yeah, right.
The same. It is. Good boy. It's strawberries. The same. And where's the number 4? There. It is. It's there. Good boy. I know. Can you find one the same? 1, 2, 3. 3 ducks. I know. Is that the same as that one? No. There's a number 1. Which one's the number 1? Which one's the same? That's it. Clever boy. Well done, Oliver.
As you saw from the sand tray, Oliver is quite quiet, but even though the other children were around him, he was still quite quiet, so obviously we've got to bring his language out. He needs to learn how to share. Even though we're doing it on one child, we do know around who is around him, because then obviously, we're noting down whether he is playing with other children or is playing on his own. Positive parts with it, he's really engaged, he's got good concentration, and when having that adult input in the maths, he did get a lot out of it because he was matching things and counting.
It is.
It is quite hard at first because you can start writing an observation and think, I'm not really getting anything out of this. So, they're just not really doing anything, so maybe take a break, but you know, to keep an eye on them, see what they're doing, so then start again, and you know, right after 5 minutes they started playing. So you know, it's just doing it because we do them every month, so you get to know like what bits are important and what aren't.
The rain hasn't put off 3 2-year-old girls who decide they want to go and investigate the puddles. Claire sees this as the perfect opportunity to grab her video camera to carry out an observation. Her attention's on Millie in the yellow, who appears to be taking the lead.
The video is just really valuable in many ways for collecting the language and the interactions that the children are using, particularly between each other, and not having to paraphrase the things that they're saying if I was writing it down. And you can capture just the noises and the gestures and the body language that these young children are using throughout all the play, so it's really valuable. I started filming because one of the girls was much younger, but she actually took the lead in the play and was very much leading the direction that the play was going in finding bigger puddles throughout the garden and jumping in them and running through them. So I was quite keen on following her role in directing the older girl. We might document a particular area throughout our teams using the videos to help us highlight maybe whether it's a space where there's a lot of communication and interaction taking place, or maybe if there isn't, what we might need to enhance that area with to make it more effective for the children. And the video is really helpful to do that with.
3 stages in the assessment cycle, each an important part in monitoring progress and moving on individuals and early years settings.